Resurrection!
And yo, it's time for it, everybody, once again. Sticks or pads, don't matter if you're a foe or a friend. Go and boot that shit up, run the set, first to three. We got pride on the line, looking for that victory. Got the meaties and the anti-airs on lock, the nooch supreme. We got set play like Windex, you'll be saying that we're clean. So without further ado, holler out, let's fucking go. Join us in the barnyard and let's kick off the show.
Don't touch that dial! It's that time once again, so get yourselves comfy. Introducing the dynamic duo, the Boomer and the Zoomer, the hosts who boast the most roast. Ya boys Carnage and Old Maid Barry are here to take you down to the Bahnyard, where the banner is free and the hosts are surprisingly even more free. Take it away, you filthy animals.
What's cracking, you sons of bitches? Welcome to another, I would say exciting, but that remains to be seen, episode of The Bahnyard. Joining me today is my less attractive co-host, Carnage.
Hello everyone, it is I, Carnage. We're here to talk with a very special guest.
Who we got, friend?
We have the one, the only, the Dragonball FighterZ schizoid himself, Novix.
What's up? Yeah, that do be me. That's pretty accurate.
Yes.
I'm not gonna refute that.
Well, welcome aboard. Thank you very much for coming to hang
Novix.
out with us. I very much appreciate you joining us for this exciting episode entitled The Future Is Now, Old Man.
Yes.
And we've called it this because it's actually something that I've been pretty interested in noticing the more and more tournaments I go to. We're seeing a lot of younger guys sort of jumping into the scene.
Yep.
The Zoomer infestation is fucking real.
The Zoomer infestation.
Like, I could talk to you about this, Khan, because you're fucking like 4 years old.
Yeah, I was
but
born 3 seconds ago.
You're not as good at video games as our guest here, so I'd rather ask him some of these questions.
That is a bold claim, assuming
Alright,
that I'm
then.
good at video
Bro,
games,
name me
but-
one tournament Khan has won. Moving on.
Action.
So shut the fuck
Yeah, I
up.
was gonna say, I figured Novix.
No, the action was non-canon. Shut the fuck up.
Roundabouts, I won 2 tournaments last week.
Bam, no, they don't count. They're not real. Thanks for timestamping the episode 4 minutes in, you
No
dickhead.
worries.
It only took you 15 minutes before, now you've done it within 4.
I'll do
I
another
can't wait till we
timestamp.
open up one of the episodes and you're like, hey guys, welcome to the, hey, do you want to know what I heard for dinner last week? Shut the fuck up, Khan.
I'll do another timestamp. So this episode was recorded before the Great Flood.
Which one are you talking about?
The first one.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Anyway.
So, Novix, my good friend, introduce yourself to those who may not know you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Novix. Hello. I've been playing fighting games, aka Dragon Ball, for 5 years. Yeah, I was raised in the scene. The scene has molded me into the human being I am today.
Nice.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's pretty
look,
sickening.
better than other people, I'll say. At least I wasn't raised
You could have been
Discord.
raised a striver.
I mean, I'm playing Strive, so like a close.
No, we've lost Novix.
Okay, look. Sin Kisuke is really funny.
He is. No, he is.
He's
So
really
is,
funny.
yeah, he is. I'll give you a
Khan
pass.
likes to talk a lot of shit about Strife, but it's like low-key his favorite fighting game. He just doesn't
Stop.
want to admit it.
That picture was a Photoshop. It was photoshopped.
Can't believe Carnage, twitch.tv/Carnage5 won Guilty Gear Strive at fucking
I didn't.
Couch Warriors Cross Up 3.
Catch Warriors Cross. You've
I'm
timestamped it.
future.
You've
I'm future
timestamped it.
timestamping. I'm future. Couch Warriors Cross Up 3 hasn't even happened yet, you dumb
It
fuck.
has.
When did the third one happen, Khan?
Last week, you idiots.
That wasn't Couch
Wait,
Warriors
last
Cross Up, you
week?
fucking idiot.
My God.
It wasn't a cross up. Cross up is the fucking end of year
Well,
thing.
either way, you didn't
dumb
block
cunt.
it. Cross up or not, you got hit.
I'll cross you up in a minute, you piece of shit.
you wanna go?
Anyway, Novix.
Alright,
Do you want to fucking go?
Anyway, Novix, hello.
So anyway, Novix, tell us a bit more about yourself.
Well, I mean, I went to Worlds. That's what I tell everyone, and they're like, "Oh wow, you're so good," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm pretty."
Or
fucking
you got to
good."
tell us about Worlds. Tell us about Dragonball FighterZ Worlds. Give us a little bit of a rundown
Yes, tell
of that.
us.
I mean, it was actually pretty dope. I got to basically I went there. My pool was fucked. I literally had every Vegeta player in my pool, so I cannot be blamed for losing. For getting my ass handed to me, I will say.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it was really fun. I miss the boys. Shoutouts to Tako and Ikoan. They are my homies from Japan, and I miss them every day.
Shoutouts.
Now,
They
if I recall correctly as well, you got really unfortunately paired as well in that particular.
Well, that's because because it was random seed. I literally, when I woke up that day to watch the video, I was like, they're gonna put me and Gohan in the same pool. I know it's gonna happen, and it did.
Now, for those of you at home who don't know,
AKA
Gohan-kun was the New Zealand representative.
No,
by the
he
way.
wasn't.
he not?
He was the extended region representative. So it didn't.
He's from fucking New Zealand.
So
it's the
it
same
didn't.
shit.
But it didn't matter which region he was like from. The funny thing was, there were people from Chile, I think, who didn't actually sign up correctly because they were signed up in the Brazilian division, not in the extended division. Because they actually placed better than Gohan, but since they didn't sign up for the right bracket, like for the right thing, Gohan got in.
What the fuck, really?
Yeah, no.
Nice.
Default.
So yeah, and obviously the one time I lose to Gohan is at fucking Worlds.
I was gonna say because you guys you guys play together a lot.
Well, yeah, well, like when we were both we played a lot of tournaments, and most times I did beat him. But the one tournament that fucking mattered, of course. Yes,
To be fair though, it was a pretty big thing for you as well. Like
it also didn't matter who won either way. It didn't matter who won either way.
Yeah, at the end of the day, either of you would have had to go against fucking literally fucking what was it, France and because who's the strongest region?
It was Yasha, Taco, and Inzem in our pool. Literally all Gogeta Blue Vegeta players.
Oh god,
This was Gohan, Gohan also played Vegito. I was the only non-Vegito player in my pool.
So is Vegeta good?
You poor fucking bastard.
Yeah,
I don't play.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball
Vegito. He was his assist was broken. That character.
You should know if he's good or not. It's your favorite game.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I thought it was Strive. What happened?
We changed the narrative. We're constantly
Changed
evolving.
the narrative.
Yeah.
Where's a balance patch? Now Khan's favorite fighting game is Dragonball FighterZ.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a bit unfortunate. The hand I was dealt was a bit unfortunate. I still think I could have played much better, but for my first event overseas.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fucking solid first event to because at the end of the day, and I said this to you even then, and I think everybody who spoke to you said it. It was a fucking mad representation of the region, and I think you did really good, all things considered.
I mean, yeah, I wish I could have done better, but I can just say it was base Vegeta held me back. I can say that.
Nah, you did good.
Well, it was fun to watch regardless.
Yeah, no, and then it was funny after cross up. Everyone was hyping up my Janemba, and every time I didn't play Janemba, everyone's like, "Man, Novix, your Janemba was so good." And it's like, bro, just because I almost 1v3'd Fenrich that one time, now everyone's like, "Dude, your Janemba was so no, he wasn't." People can just don't know strike throw.
I missed the old Novix. The Novix when he would play Janemba.
Dude, bro, no, the old Novix is the one that played bloody Gotenks, and he's back now. That's truly the old
that was my boy. That was my fucking boy.
He is back now.
I actually remember the first time that I'd ever met you, and I think we were playing Dragon Ball. I think it was at what was the venue? It was up in Newcastle.
It was fucking GVP.
GVP, yeah, and I'm sitting next to you. I don't know. I can't remember how old you are. I know you were
that would have been 2018, 2019. So I would have been
That's 2018, I reckon. I know you, because you were, this was back when SoulCal still had people playing.
Yeah, I was, I was even more of a child than I am.
And I just remember sitting down next to you and all I could think was, holy fucking shit, this cunt's blood is made of red cordial. This guy's jumping around.
Red cordial.
Going fucking ape shit.
And,
look, my takeaway from that, and it's something that I like to hold pretty high to a regard, the result was 2-1. So, by proxy, I might have done well at Worlds. Don't mean to brag on nothing.
You're gonna download Novix's skill through osmosis.
But I'm kind of alright.
Yeah, I mean, that was back in the day. Though. That was a different game.
No. That's a different game.
game.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Just fuck it. Look, I would talk shit and say run the set, but I know exactly how that would fucking go. So, yeah, let's not
Run the set right now on the beautiful netcode the game has. Does it
I will
it has rollback,
I'll
right?
let you
It has
two run
rollback.
the set. I'll happily let
Okay.
you two run the set, but provided it's in Marvel.
Well,
I
here's the
do-
thing.
I do not want to talk about netcode right now. I am playing other fighting games just to like have a feasible online experience.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because
I
they
was
announced
gonna-
rollback like
Literally a year ago.
A year
They
ago.
literally announced it like Evo last year, and then they say nothing at this Evo. And Mantis is like, God bless Mantis. He's like, were you really expecting anything? And I'm like, no, but I'm still disappointed either way.
Didn't they fucking come out and they'd be like, hey guys, we're still working on it.
Okay, you want to hear my
Sorry, I
you want to
think
hear
so.
my
Bye.
headcanon? I think my headcanon is the only reason the game is even at this point is because we banned lab code. My like I've said this before, but like my whole theory is that when lab code came out, they made her broken on purpose. And then they were just going to leave the game like that. However, because people started banning him, why are they going to buy the character? Why are they going to make money? They can't make money if the character's banned.
Yeah.
So then they balanced her, which led into going into Evo. And then they were like, well, shit, our game is still alive when we don't want it to be. So let's do two more Like, I genuinely think they did not think the game would still be alive right now.
I think you're
That's
onto
why
something,
World
Novix.
Tour. That's why World Tour this year is so. It is just in Europe and America. There are some there's like.
Really,
There's
just
Rev
Europe and
Major.
America.
Yeah, there are two events in Asia, but
Okay.
the rest and there's like one in Mexico, but the rest are Europe and America.
Okay. That's weird.
Do they not have like qualifiers here or?
No, there's there's an online qualifier.
On the
but
online in the netcode.
But those points add to the global leaderboard, which is the same leaderboard that'll be against people who play offline and get points from offline events.
Oh,
so
so
no
it's the
one from
same
Australia is
leaderboard.
qualifying. Yeah, no one from a small region is qualifying this year unless
That's
they travel
sad.
to the offline events.
Well, we would have had to have had like fucking Couch Warriors cross up for that to happen, but apparently that's not happening this year.
Really?
So. From my understanding,
Nothing of
from what
value
I-
was lost.
from from what I had heard, and this is just the ramblings of a fucking Agooba.
Okay.
The date that they had set for it was
Yeah.
the same weekend that OHN is on.
Oh.
That's what I had heard. Feel free to correct me if I'm
You know
wrong.
what, Barry?
Anybody who's hearing
now that
this
you mentioned
later.
it actually sounds familiar. I think I have heard something like that before.
Yeah,
Now
it
that
was
you
something on
mention
the lines of that, and
Yeah.
I think because like, look at the end of the day, and I'm not here to yank my own dick, but like, if you had to pick between like OHN and fucking CWC, which one are you gonna pick?
I mean, the thing is with OHN, it's been
4
I don't
years
wanna
or
say
so.
dead, but yeah, no. Literally, 2019 was the last one, which was my
Yeah.
first offline major.
Oh.
I remember I was your
Your
dad
dad.
for it
Yeah,
for
you
the
had
weekend.
you had to be my dad. Yeah.
It was so funny. I went on because I've never been to OHN. Well, obviously I haven't, but I'm planning on going this year. And I went to the Twitter page to check it out. My favorite tweet was like, "Great OHN 2019. See you guys next year."
Oh.
Or something like that. I was like,
Well,
"This
yeah.
did not
Well,
age
what
well,
happened
bro."
in 2020, Carl?
I know,
I
but
don't
it didn't
wanna
age
fucking
well. It didn't
I
age
don't-
well.
I don't want to talk about what happened in 2019.
Yeah, I don't want to as well. Let's move on from that.
I
Yeah.
might have done an oopsie. I might
Might
have done an oopsie.
No, I love your conspiracy theory though about lab code being banned. That forced
But no,
the game
it makes
to live.
sense.
It does. It makes sense.
There is, cause like this is my thing. I understand like every other broken Dragon Ball top tier, right?
Yeah.
Bardock, yeah, no, that makes sense. You know, like GT Goku, yeah, I you know, we get that. People just
Yeah.
became good at their game. UI Goku kind of really wasn't that good, and people were kind of bitching, but you know, also makes sense again because he was in the
Yeah.
COVID era.
Yeah.
Like you're pushing it with Roshi B. You're pushing it, but the character as a whole wasn't that good. So
I was gonna say, wasn't the assist the only thing he really had going?
yeah, at that time, yes, because and like DP RPS was kind of crazy, but like at that time, yeah, but like as lab code, bro, there is no way like a dev went, oh whoopsie, it's combo into 20%. That move is still so dumb.
Yeah.
I-
lab code,
Oh, was that
yeah.
the
Command grab
that was
super,
the,
yeah, that you could
the-
combo into. Like literally, look at Combo Breaker, and you see it is the lamest Dragon Ball that has ever been played. And look, bro. All I'm saying I met Pred at Worlds. Pred, you're a cool guy. I love you, bro. That is the only tournament you have won.
Oh! Damn! Carry.
Fred, you're cool and all, my guy. And look, I'm not one to talk, brother. But you can't be saying you're the best in the world after losing BBB and only win Combo Breaker as your
if
biggest
someone
event.
says they're the best in the world at a fighting game, they're not. They're not.
Unless you're me, of course.
Unless you're Barry. Push on TV such kind of
Unless you're me. Like,
I mean, Pred, all I'm saying, you can dunk on me, bro. I went 0-4 at Worlds, bro. You can dunk on me and I'll wear that with a badge of honor, my guy. Don't worry.
I'll say
speaking of tournament moments with you, and there's something that, like, honestly is one of my favorite memories of you. And it's usually, actually, it's one of the things I usually bring up whenever I, like, try to, like, describe the energy of an offline event. The last Couch Warriors cross up, I think it was top 8, and I think it was you and Gohan. and you beat him. You beat him. And then this motherfucker right here.
What does he do?
Goes off to get an inflatable L.
Okay, that was
fucking throws it at him.
Ow.
And he's bouncing off the fucking stage and shit while he's doing
As
it.
he should.
This guy, like, is on a perpetual sugar rush, and I fucking loved it.
That was DZ's idea. Like, at first, I was like, nah.
Of course it was fucking DZ's idea.
I was like, dude, that's a little bit disrespectful. And then I start winning, and I'm like, damn, I'm going to Wells. I'm gonna throw this L at him. It's sort of just, I just saw red, bro. All right. Like,
it's tragically ironic that things went down the way they did after, but I think in that particular moment, like, that was your fucking time.
Yeah, like, I beat him offline before, so, like, I definitely could have done it again. It was just unfortunate drawing. As soon as I realized that was a possibility, I was like, it's gonna happen. It is going to happen. He will be drawn in my pool.
I think, I had that worry myself, and I feel that was a shared sentiment. But we were all like, there's no fucking way.
It's because it was random. It was random draw. I thought they weren't going to do random draw. But, like, they did. So, I mean, whatever. That's how.
Why the fuck they did random draw blows my mind.
I mean, I don't, bro. At the end of the day, a tournament is a tournament. I got a free flight to Vegas. I ain't going to complain about it.
Wasn't it originally meant to be in, was it France?
No, we all just assumed it was going to be in France because last year they did, like, other than the Japan qualifiers, they did everything else in France. They did the Europe qualifiers in France. They did the American qualifiers in France, which I have no idea why would you do that, because the main people that will be watching the American qualifiers would probably be Americans. Why are you sending all of them to France when the time zone clash is crazy? Like, but yeah, so they did everything in France last year except for the Japan qualifiers that they did in Japan. So we all just assumed that it was going to be in France because that made the most amount of sense. Because season 2 finals was in France. Then they had took a break. Then like the national championships, which was World Tour, but not really. That was in France. So we were like, oh, okay, it's gonna be in France. And then they did it in Vegas because of the Dragon Ball Battle Hour thing.
All right.
Yeah, which was
we still don't have Budokai 4. What was the fucking point of running?
Well, what was funny about the Budokai 4 trailer is that was happening at the same time that Pred and Obi were doing their money match. And so including me, we were all popping up for Budokai 4, and Pred and Obi were locked in. They were locked in. Like looking back on it, that's actually the funniest thing ever. And Pred was like, bro, why is everyone cheering? Like, he didn't even know. I mean, Pred could also say he took 190 USD off me because I did a side bet saying Obi would win.
How was your betting for that? Because I remember it was
I lost.
It was kind of fucking tragic if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so Obi won the first set. I was like, let's go. That's my boy. UK scene's hype. And then they ran it back. And I forgot that if you run back the set, whoever won originally is not going to win again. But then I made the silly decision to bet on Obi, and I lost.
Oh,
So
God.
Pred not only he took my money, but yeah, I lost 190 USD.
Oh, Jesus.
Look, all I'm saying, look, worth it for the experience. My mom was like, "Why'd you do that?" And I'm like, "Because if I won, mom.
The culture.
Like if I won, mom. If I won, would have gone crazy."
They say that 9 out of 10 gamblers they
That
quit
is-
just before their next
Exactly.
That is unironically my mindset, bro. You're
Yes.
gonna win eventually.
Exactly.
Take the risk. Stop being
Keep
a
pulling
bitch.
the lever. It's gonna happen eventually.
Oh, sweet fucking Jesus.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, Worlds
man.
was great, but like currently me and Dragon Ball, I don't know how to feel about it.
Oh wow.
Because ultimately, you guys at the moment, I think like you got the Kame House Fight Club weeklies, which shout outs to Fish Elf GC.
Twitch.tv/Carnage5. Give him a follow.
You should go follow him over at twitch.tv/Carnage5. It's the hottest place to be every Thursday night at whoop whoop to whoop whoop.
Pretty much.
But yeah, so like I know you guys have that. There was tooting my own horn. There was hold forward stuff for Dragon Ball, but aside from that, you guys don't really have too much in terms of like. And there's the Friday new player events, which Mantis runs. But from my understanding, that's kind of it. Like, is that something that factors into it? Like, is there the lack of like?
I think it's just.
outlet?
I think it's just no one cares about Dragon Ball anymore. That's what I think. Because people, okay, I'm gonna rant here. People say, "Yo, I love Dragon Ball. I'd come back if they add back." Bro, you fucking won't. You will
Yeah.
not. You will not last a day. Like, and that's sort of my thing. Cause like I actually broke my back with the game. I traveled as much as a literal fucking child could.
I was gonna say because we've had this talk before, where like. You've even said like people are gonna like they're gonna be like, whoa, rollback, I'm coming back to the game. And
You
just
won't.
like,
You're
yeah,
gonna die in 2 hits and say this is bullshit.
Yep.
And then fucking leave. Like, and I don't want to say that I break my back for the most this game. Obviously, fucking not. Aura is the one still fucking running tournaments for it.
Shout outs to Aura.
Shout out.
Like, so like I'm not saying that I am the fucking spokesperson to this game because it's fucking Aura. Like it is not me. It is not Raptor. Despite what people think, it is fucking Aura.
Should we say shout outs to the Raptor? Shout outs to Raptor.
Shout out to Raptor. I don't know who that is, but
You can
shout
talk
outs.
your shit. That's fine if you want. This is a safe space to talk shit that will be heard by people.
This is a safe space for
and that is
unspaced
my
dialogue.
fear. And that is my fear. Anyway,
the
but
three
it's like,
people who
Believe me
listen
when
to
I tell
this,
you,
they're not gonna
if
care.
you've heard the pilot of this fucking show,
Oh, that was.
the fear of repercussions.
look, I'm already picking
I'm not
fights
there.
with Pred. I don't want to pick
So
another
pick
one.
more.
How many fights can this valiant Zoomer pick by the end of the fucking
I'm
episode?
not gonna win
Also-
that fight, bro. Pred is gonna humble me real quick.
Also, I do
but
want
it's
to
like-
mention. I was gonna say, speaking of Valiant Zoomer, that is that's really the topic of the episode, isn't it, Barry? About like Zoomers, you know, the younger kids getting into the fighting game scene, how it might change with their involvement.
That is correct. Thank you very much for steering it back on top
Yeah,
of my good friend.
It's 25
Tom.
minutes in. You guys haven't. Yeah,
It's been fun. I've had a good time.
I had a good time too.
Eat my entire ass, you bitch.
I will gladly.
Good, thank you. This is one of the workplace benefits.
We're gonna go off topic again. Anyway, Zoomers.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, so something that I've noticed is you see a lot more fighting games making the effort to sort of make themselves a bit more accessible.
Yeah.
Do you think that that is something that's helped a lot of the newer guys sort of make the... Because I'm going to be real with you, and I think I've said this in the past, is that a lot of older fighting games were very draconic in how they taught you how to play. Going back as recent as, like, Tekken 7...
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
does not teach you how to fucking play the game. And don't give me, it's got the combo trials. The fucking unoptimal shit combo
The
trials that
sample
are
combos.
shit.
Yeah, you never use them.
They're not good. They're not good by any stretch of the imagination. But then you've got shit like fucking... You look at even like,
Eunice has
let's
a
say,
great-
SF6 and stuff.
Eunice has a great tutorial, especially.
Eunice is
Eunice is
fucking
good.
phenomenal.
Eunice is a good
Killer
one.
Instinct,
KI,
fucking
shout out KI.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's something that's ultimately helped a lot of the newer guys who may not have jumped in otherwise?
I think But yes and no, because I think there are some old fighting games. I mean, okay, fighting games realistically aren't that hard. If you like break it down to like really, I mean, you can do that
Like
for
a
any
molecular
game.
level.
But yeah, but like fighting games aren't that hard. It's just I think the problem has been like learning, because there are some fighting games that people think are really hard. Like Marvel's a good example. People think Marvel's really hard.
Yeah,
but like nowadays, you see the rise in like learning resources, like Spartan Throne, for example.
Yep.
He's made a lot of really good guides, and then you watch them and you go, oh damn, that's not that hard. But like, well, it might be hard, but you at least understand. I think that's the main thing. People understand fighting games more nowadays.
Yeah.
And
Do you know who else makes really good guides on Marvel 3?
Oh my gosh.
who?
There's a guy on YouTube by the name of Carnage 5 who drops some fantastic
Damn.
Marvel 3
What happened to
guides
Carnage
and
1 through 4?
I killed them. I cannibalized them in the womb. I was the one that made it out.
He was part of a tribe of pentuplets, and he was the only one that survived.
Yes.
Because because the thing is, I don't like fighting games becoming simpler. Like, okay, it's weird. I feel like
I think I know how to word it. I think I know how to phrase it over. So you're saying that it's not the content itself is hard, because you were saying that fighting games aren't that hard if you break them down. It's just the method of teaching it to new players.
Yeah,
Like, it has
because
to
I think there are some things that in certain fighting games I think are a bit silly. Like, for example, I think something that is really silly in older Guilty Gears is different wake up timing. Like, because I feel like fighting games that are hard for no fucking reason. Like,
Yeah.
Tekken is like on the, like, I think there are some fighting games that are harder than others, and I think, in my personal opinion, I think Tekken is one of them. But
Yeah.
but still on a
of
basic
course.
fundamental, like Tekken is easy, quote unquote. Like, but it's like, I think that I like depth when there is a reason for it, and Tekken has that reason for the depth.
Yeah.
I feel like some old fighting games have depth for no fucking reason. Like, why are there different wake up timings in Exard? I'm pretty sure, and an accent core. No fucking
weight
reason.
classes and stuff in some games. They've like a
I
weight
think
system.
weight classes is fine as
Yeah.
long as just because of a 0.1 factor, your combo doesn't work anymore. I think that's fucking dumb.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's accent core and a fucking. The amount of times
Yeah.
I've gone to Dust Loop to like, because I remember when the rollback version of Plus R came out, and I was like, oh, I really want to give this game a try because everybody's fucking jumping on it, and that's my problem with fighting games is I'll just buy every fucking fighting game, like, even if I know I'm not gonna fucking play it. Like, I'll buy it. I said this before, like, in a past episode. I bought Grand Blue on launch.
Oh, God.
I don't know if I've actually said it. This
I
is
can't
time stamping
recall
the
that.
episode.
I can't
We're
recall
recording
that.
these episodes out of order, so I
Yeah.
might have said it. I might not have. Clue me in on that one,
Listen
boys.
to the other episodes to find out. Yeah.
But basically, so what happened was I bought that game. I knew I wasn't gonna fucking play it, and I think I barely touch it. But I'll buy every fucking fighting game straight up. And then I bought Plus R because I was like, oh, well, everyone's jumping on it. And I'm going to jump on the Dust Loop and I'm going to, like, read up on... Because I really wanted to play Testament because I saw some really stupid Testament shit. And there are, like, there's like, oh, this combo works on this person. This combo works on these people. This is that. And it was so fucking branched that there was no just like, okay, well, what's a universal option I have?
Yeah, like,
And there really wasn't one.
I think that sort of depth is depth for no fucking reason.
So it's just,
Like,
it's just for the sake of it. Like, they're just adding stuff.
Yeah,
you're gonna see people sit there and like talk about how it's so fucking great because of how complex it is, and like,
Well, no, I think that, bro, I play fucking Dragon Ball is not complex at all, and yet you see, I live and breathe that game because the complexity comes from the player interaction. Like, because I'll say Dragon Ball, yes, matchups, like character matchups really don't matter because everyone's fucking rushed down. Like, there are some cases where it does kind of matter, but as soon as you're blocking, it does not matter at all. But what makes Dragon Ball good and what I like Dragon Ball is the neutral. The neutral of Dragon Ball is unlike any other fighting game before or after. It is so different, like this, as like there's like baiting people into the air and shit. I think that's sick as fuck. And Dragon Ball is a pretty easy fucking game there are some characters where it is optimal to mash auto combo. Gogeta 4. I'm gonna out and say it. Yes, if someone is above you as Gogeta 4, you just mash auto combo and he wins that situation. But that is a discussion for another day, and that kind of goes against my point. So forget I said that.
Okay.
But like Dragon Ball is
striking that one from the record, boys. Any mention of it,
we're stopping the recording. We're starting over.
Yeah.
We'll be punished by death.
Yeah. But like Dragon Ball is simple, but it uses that simplicity to make it complex. In a sense, like mainly with neutral is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Well, that was the fun part about watching Worlds, even like, and I can't remember who I was talking to about it while I was watching your stuff live. Even was like you could have two of the same character up there and see like two completely different playstyles because of like how much assists are they using, like what are they doing in what interactions and stuff, and like you can have a simple kit. But again, it's like you said with player interaction, it's all about how they do it. And I think that's why fucking cool.
That's why I loved base Vegeta. And my base Vegeta was fucking bland as hell. But it was my base Vegeta. That's how I played the character, even though I do prefer Gotenks playstyle wise. Like that's
Gotenks pretty fucking hype.
That's why I played base Vegeta, because he was such a malleable character. You could play him how you want to play him. You could be an annoying ass zoner. You could be the mixed god. You could be like Staggers weren't his strong suit, but you could also be like just someone who frame traps all the time. Like base Vegeta just allowed you to play so free form. Like sort of like a fucking really shitty cheap version of Magneto. In a sense.
Nice.
Even though Magneto is way better and has way more movement. And is just kind of not the same.
Baby.
But like it's sort of a similar sense where like you could just play how you could express yourself in like the way you want to with base Vegeta, which is what I really liked about him. And that's what I think Dragon Ball is. But like sort of still to a degree, I would say.
So you would say that Dragon Ball is simplicity done right?
Yeah, I do. Not 100% correctly, because I do think like auto combos is like specifically like the light or I don't hate auto combos, but how Dragon Ball treats auto combos is a bit too silly in my opinion, especially for certain characters.
With like the recatches and shit.
Well, no, it's just that like Gogeta 4, right? I didn't bring this up before. No, I didn't. But like Gogeta 4's or like I think having auto combos as I don't mind them having like unique tools. But having them be the be-all, end-all strategy, mashing one button, is stupid in my opinion. And what I think Dragon Ball... I don't think it's, like... At a certain level of Dragon Ball, it's just flowchart. It's just autopilot, which is something I don't really like, and I think this patch sort of continued. Because I have mixed feelings with the current Dragon Ball patch, but... It's, yeah, like, I think it makes sense where they went, but it's also kind of a little bit annoying. It's like, because people were saying, "Oh, I'd much rather take a patch than rollback." Bro, you have not played on rollback.
What?
If you're saying that. Yeah, no. There were so many people tweeting, "Oh, I would love for them to balance the game and then add." Bro, no, give me fucking rollback. I would rather take 1 million double blue lab coats on rollback connection than any of this new shit on delay base. I am going to be real.
I'm surprised they haven't finished rollback yet.
It is. I think they announced it way too early.
Yeah, it's been a year.
It literally has been a year.
They hit us with the fucking Elder Scrolls 6 tech.
And
like, hey guys, it's coming. Don't know when, but it's coming.
Like the thing is, I love the game. I love Dragon Ball. I love it to bits. But no one plays it anymore, man. Like,
yeah, I remember you told me this in the DMs once, Novix. You're like ranting about how Dragon Ball FighterZ plays. Like, I love the game. I want to play tournaments. Blah blah blah.
Because
and they don't
bro,
show up.
They are pussies. They are like, bro.
Go off, King. Go off.
Go off, my king.
Once again, I don't want to say that I'm the only one breaking my back for the game, because there are other people, mainly like tournament organizers, Ash, Aura, who still do the weeklies.
Yeah.
And like Nobi as well. Shout outs to Nobi.
This motherfucker was just out here like, I don't want to start fights or anything, and now he's just called out an entire fucking scene.
Sorry, go off.
No, this is the fight within my people.
Let him cook.
I fucking hate it when people say, oh no, I love this game, and like, yeah, I'd play for it if they added this, that, and that. Bro, you're fucking lying. You are talking to a man who literally, like, it was unhealthy, but Dragon Ball was my fucking life. I lived and died by that game.
You traveled the world.
Like my whole self-worth in high school came down to if I did well in that video game.
Damn.
Was that healthy? Fuck no. But bro, I worked my ass off. I got what I wanted. Not exactly what I wanted, but I went to Worlds, and then I see these fucking people who say that, oh yeah, I'm so good at this game, but I'm not gonna play at an offline event. I'm not gonna say who. But then I'm like, bro, you're just a bitch. Like, and it is annoying. And like at this point, like, because I'm also doing like TAFE and studying now because we didn't get a World Tour event in Australia this year.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I peaked in Dragon Ball, and I'm okay with it. And I sort of just want to. I mean,
realistically, you did something that like not many other people in this country are ever gonna say they were able to do.
I'm gonna be a little bit cocky. I am better than 99% of the population that touched Dragon Ball.
Damn, and that's not even this seed. That's worldwide.
He's not even wrong though. The man is talking the truth.
Nitro's cool. Nitro has not been to a World Tour event. I have. I'm not saying I'm better than Nitro, but I've done something that Nitro hasn't.
Fenriddy is shivering his timbers right now.
He probably will. No,
Fenriddy is taking a Fenriddy.
No. Fenriddy is my boy. I love that man. I give that man a hug. I love
pants.
Dude, all I'm saying, Fenridge made the right decision. He won his one world tour, and then he jumped ship. I salute that man. Fenridge is I love him. Bro won Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour after getting second and third every other fucking year. And he won his one, went to Street Fighter, is doing well in Street Fighter. Fenridge, you are my inspiration.
Good on him.
I'm trying to be like you, just in strive. Fenridge, I love you, bro. Fenridge, come back to Australia anytime, brother. I will hook you up.
You heard this here, folks, boys. Fen Shitty is gonna be hooked up.
Don't call him Fen Shitty. Call him Fen Liddy.
Fen Liddy is gonna be
Fen
hooked
Liddy.
up into the FGC
Fen Liddy is gonna get
mainframe
hooked up.
via
Fen, I
With
love
all of that FGC yacht money that we have.
Yeah, obviously. We're a very lucrative business, the FGC.
Like, all I'm saying is Fenridge is the only international player for Dragon Ball that came to all of our World Tour events. He was at
the first one as well?
Yeah, he was at the first Couch Warriors because he lost to Falco. That's the only Australian that's beaten Fenridge. He lost to Falco.
He lose to Falco?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah, so he was at the first one, then he was at MEO because it was him and Maddo. And all I'm saying, Baxter also lost to Fenridge. Baxter, shoutouts to you as well, brother, but you can't hold that over me. We both lost to Fenridge. Falco's better than both of us combined.
Shout out to Papa Bax.
Shout out.
And then Fenridge came to Cross Up last year. So I hold mad respect for Fenridge for like just showing up to our events.
That's really cool to see international players come down. It's really cool.
So
in terms of simplicity, and something that I'm actually curious now that we've touched on now that we've touched on Dragon Ball, in terms of like simplicity, what are some games that you reckon have done it wrong? Like in terms of like trying to implement a system for new players, or at least like a mechanic or something.
Okay, I think I have two. Even I will say Strive. Now I'm liking Strive, and I am liking the current I like the current state of the game, but I will say I don't think it was the right decision to completely change the game because, like I said before, or to me, all you had to change about Exard was different variable wake up timings and like change the weight classes. I don't know how bad Exard was with its weight combos, but change the weights.
I know it wasn't as bad as like Accent.
Yeah,
I know that as much.
Make it just have like light, medium, and heavy, and that's it. And you can have like small optimizations between different characters, but that's it. Or at least have one universal combo. And I think Exard's fine because Strive is just as complex with its characters and its character to match up. But getting rid of the everything can be Gatling, I think that was a bit silly and like just making the game slower. Because I know on release, it tried to be Street Fighter, because I heavily dislike Strive on release, because it wanted to be Street Fighter with this like whiff punish game, but you get hit once, bam, you're dead. It's over. Which is dumb because you don't have the tools to deal with it. That's why I think it's fine for Dragon Ball. Because Dragon Ball, you have so much movement, you have like so many defensive mechanics, that if you get two-touched, it's kind of your fucking fault. You definitely could have gotten out of that situation. With Strive, especially like early on, it's just you get hit once and you're fucked.
Back in the fucking the soul badlands.
Yeah, and that's still there to a degree, but there are still and like you can still get 2-touched in Strive, but it definitely, I don't know, they have lowered damage a lot, like over a few patches.
I know this patch really
they once again lowered,
really gutted damage.
Like I think most characters can average around 3-touch, but that's also when you're getting steamrolled though, which I think is fine for Strive. But I think in my personal opinion, I think a game that also has, I also think there's a way to don't make something simple for no reason as well, which is the new Granblue. I think it is really fucking silly that they changed it to where one button inputs are the same as motion inputs, right?
I heard about this.
So which I don't hate one button special moves. I played Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. I enjoyed, I think one button special moves are fine. But what is the point having motion inputs when there are one button inputs there?
Yeah,
like
DNF did the same fucking thing.
But
at least there was a reason to do the motion input.
DNF,
because,
I think it uses less meter or something.
It uses less of
it uses less
the
mana.
special move meter. Mana. That's it. It uses less of that if you do the special input.
And like I think that is, you can call me out for like, because I think that is silly. Because then why have motion inputs in the first place? In my opinion, you either have like one button special moves or you don't. Because then it's a stupid balancing, not a stupid balancing act, but I think Granblue got it as close, original Granblue got it as close as you could, right? I think it did a really good, because like the only time you would use a one button special move if you are really like concerned about your execution or at the end of a round to secure a kill. Because what's the point in doing the motion input for like the less cooldown when it's gonna kill with the one button anyway?
That's why a game like Street Fighter 6 has a penalty for its modern controls.
Exactly.
Damage.
I was actually gonna ask what your take on the whole modern controls.
I don't think enough people have explored it. The only person who really explored it was Haitani. That's because Chun-Li had a bug in modern, where she could throw out... Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but Chun-Li could actually throw out more Kikokens. Like, the charge time for Kikoken was slightly shorter in Modern than it was in Classic. So you could throw out a few more Kikokens. So that's why Haitani was playing Modern Chun. But then when Rashid came out, they actually bug fixed that. But I think Modern needs to be explored more. Because, like, I know Tachikawa and Kawano both played Modern Luke. And I like the give and take that Modern Controls has. Because yes, you have your one button supers and you have your one button DPs, but they do less damage. And Classic players, like, because then you can tell how they're going to play. Because you can see they're playing Modern and then you can go, oh, okay, I know that it's not that you can't test them on jump-ins or you can't test their reactions at all. Still test them. But you also have to understand they are pressing one button. But the Classic player still has their full kit in use, while the Modern Control player does not. They are handicapped because they don't have access to certain moves. Sure, it's better for some characters than others. Like, for example, Luke doesn't really lose much. Yeah. But I know a lot of other characters...
Wasn't Luke built around Modern? Like,
I don't think he was... It feels like he kind of is, to be honest.
Yeah, like even the light, medium, heavy punch like target combo and shit. It all felt like it was built around it.
Yeah. And so Luke isn't overly nerfed in Modern, and that's why I think players explore Modern Luke, because you don't lose much. Because I thought you'd kind of lose a bit with Chun-Li Modern, but then you look at Haitani, even after the Chun-Li bug fix with Kikoken, he still got top 6 at Evo.
With Modern?
Yeah, with Modern Chun-Li, yeah.
Really?
Oh shit, nice.
Yeah, wow. No, Haitani, let me double check. But yeah, even after the nerf, well, I don't want to say it's a nerf, it's definitely a bug fix.
Actually, I'll look it up, Novix.
I'm doing it right now as well.
Oh, no, how dare you? How dare you use the internet?
How dare you do work?
But even after like the bug fix of Haitani got top 6
with Modern.
Chun-Li. Yeah, with Modern Chun-Li. Yep.
Wow.
See, I genuinely think that my personal take on Modern, because I've seen a lot of people talk their shit on it. I think it's fucking phenomenal because it all goes back to the concept of accessibility done right. Like, I've got my fucking 13-year-old son who I've been trying to get him to play fighting games with me ever since I started coming to events back in 2017. And, like, he loves Dragon Ball because he fucking loves the show. He loves the manga. And he'll play it. He played it at fucking BAM. He had a bowl. But you can tell he's hitting buttons.
I'm calling out Nobi. Nobi, you are a bitch for not playing baby into him. Nobi, I saw Nobi play Teen Gohan. I looked at him and I'm like, wow, bro. You're really gonna pick Teen? You don't want to zone out the child? Anyway, keep going.
All right, guys. I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna call anyone out. But Nobi is a bitch.
Nah, dude. I will pit fights with Nobi. He will win them, but I'm Captain America.
Shout out Nobi.
I can do this all day.
Yeah,
you can keep beating me down, but I will come back.
But it was so cool to see though, because like with Street Fighter 6 specifically, he's really taken a liking to it because of the modern accessibility, and you're seeing a lot of Smash players do the same thing too. Like a lot of guys who normally wouldn't be playing these games are coming in to give them a try, and they're actually getting pretty fucking good with them.
And I think Modern does it in a good way, because you can't mash one button to get the combo. You still have to learn how to hit confirm. You still have to learn how to play fighting games.
Yeah,
it's
like,
just
it's not just an instant win button like so many people. Like, people be like, oh, fucking Modern Geef, like one button SPDs.
One button.
Game broken. Like, cunt, if you're getting hit by SPDs, like, and you've got, like, if you're playing like JP or something, maybe the Geef is not the problem.
You were gonna get hit by the command grab anyway. Don't fucking lie to me, dude. Don't lie to me. You were getting grabbed anyway.
Don't front.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
Talk your shit, but like, good God, please back it up.
Timic, please, you gotta stop getting hit.
And I think Street Fighter 6 did a good way of, because it clearly wasn't an afterthought, like with like some other games. Like, they clearly wanted modern controls to be a thing and to be a viable thing. I just think a lot of people aren't exploring it.
Didn't they?
It's not.
I could be misremembering, but didn't they say they only wanted modern in Street Fighter 6, and then the old staff at Capcom were like, "What are you doing? You have to have the original controls in."
I have not heard of that.
I remember
before.
reading something like that, actually. I think they wanted to just do away with the classic entirely.
It reminds me of when Street Fighter 4 was being made. Ono said he wanted to make it a turn-based game at first. That's not a joke.
That's a bit.
So he wants to make Street Fighter 5 again.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I think there are a lot of games that have done accessibility right and wrong. And you can sort of put them on like a scale. Like, I think Dragon Ball is in between, because it did do a lot, like having quarter circle inputs for all the special moves and downs, right? And I think a lot of that is good. But then you look at how auto combo changed. Like, if auto combo wasn't as frankly obnoxious as it is, as always it's been since Bardock released, then I think the game would change. But and I think there are some games do it better than others. It's just, again, I don't want fighting games to become simple, because that's how we bring players in. Like, no, you still need complexity.
There has to be depth, otherwise people are gonna figure the game out.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what
too quickly.
And like Project L, I was a little bit concerned about, but then, and I think the way where fighting games are either in depth or not is you look at their neutral. Because I thought Project L was gonna be like a baby team game or whatever, and then I saw the neutral and how it's just fucking Marvel. It is just Marvel neutral. I was like, boys, we're so back.
Baby, we win.
We are so back.
Yeah, I was getting like hardcore Marvel Infinite vibes from it, and that like
people say BB Tag. People say BB Tag. I think it's more Power Rangers than BB Tag, because BB Tag fucking pauses the screen. Oh, BB Tag only has like 2.5 attack buttons as well.
Bro, yeah, BB Tag is like what? I played it with like Uber or whatever. Shout out Uber. Like it was like last month or something. And we were like, dude, there's like 2 buttons in this game, and you press one button, it does like a cinematic move for like 35%. I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't talk too much shit about BB Tag. The first fighting game tournament
I genuinely fucking love BB Tag. I'm dying on that hill. Fucking Adachi hit scan supers, like my fucking goodness. Boy.
Adachi.
Adachi.
But yeah, I think neutral is where, like, if you remove depth from neutral, what the fuck are you doing?
know.
I think neutral in a fighting game, it is something that is so underlooked and sort of shows what fighting games you're into. Like if you're into more like I don't want to say methodical because every game's neutral is methodical. But if you're more about like slower paced neutral, then you'd probably be more into Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. But like if you want more movement options and shit, then you would be more into like anime or certain team games. Like
I actually think
So, like,
you bring up
and,
a
like-
good
There's
point.
something for everyone out there, basically.
yeah, and I think that's why devs also like, and that's why I don't mind a lot of skip neutral tools in a sense. It's difficult because it also comes down to what game they're in as well. But because I know a lot of games, like I know a lot of games are adding comeback factors for a while. But I think now even more games are adding like skip neutral tools like Dragon Ball with Super Dash. Wild Assault, not really, but kind of. And then obviously you have Street Fighter 6 Drive Rush. I don't mind them necessarily because they do add another layer to neutral. And it's not a pointless layer because there is a time and a place to do those actions, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But I do think it needs to be toned within the game. As much shit as Super Dash gets in Dragon Ball, I think it is fine. Where it is, it's fine. It's still a little bit
Well, there's
jank.
options to deal with it, though. Like,
Yes,
if you
no,
sit there and
and
just spam
especially-
Super Dash, you're going to get fucked
And
up.
especially with how neutral is played in Dragon Ball. If you do a Super Dash and you get called out, you are dead. But I do think, and I think in Guilty Gear, Wild Assault, even though it still needs to be explored a little bit, and I'm also still learning the game, I don't mind Wild Assault as much, because also each character also has their own Wild Assault, which helps their own kit. But I do think Drive Rush is pushing it a little bit.
Well, that all being said, but like before we wrap it up, what if you, let's say like you were the fighting game dev, you were the guy,
You were John
And-
Capcom.
you are John Capcom,
Jonathan Capcom.
and you're sitting in the booth, and they're like, make Marvel 4,
Oh.
but it's gotta have like accessibility, and we gotta like do something to bring in
Oh,
new people.
Barry.
What?
I got something
What?
to tell you. They did this
What do you gotta
over
tell me?
10 years ago. A lot of people don't know this, but Marvel 3 has simple controls. Street Fighter 6 simple controls. It's what Marvel has. They've already
it
done
does.
this. You can find
Yeah,
old
but-
videos of like Seth Killian like talking to pissed off fans saying, hey, if you're losing to the simple controls guys, you got bigger problems to worry about. Don't worry about them. But they've done
Well,
this
let's say
before.
that. Well, John Capcom
Yeah.
Senior has been fired. He's gone. He's out of the building. He's left. You
Yeah.
are now John Capcom. You're John Capcom Jr.
Okay.
What sort of accessibility options are you putting in that aren't condescending? And they're actively like
Not make him
it
condescending.
actively encourages depth and growth within the game for years to come.
Well,
What would you be doing?
I would first want good learning tools. I think that is vital for a fighting game to have nowadays. But I would want to add a mechanic where in its application, it's like sort of universal, like every character has it, but also every character has it. So sort of like Wild Assault, you know, how like every character has like a little different. I'm not sure what that would be. I wouldn't want it to make a defensive mechanic because I think defense is very strong in a lot of fighting games. People don't understand that. And like, because it's really easy to make it a combo tool because combos in the grand scheme of things don't really matter. It would like, I think it's difficult because you have to find, especially for Marvel, because Marvel is known
Schizo.
and beloved because of its difficulty
And the infinites and all the
complexness.
crazy stuff. That's why people love it.
Yeah. So so it's kind of hard for Marvel, but I would
Like
say
a beginner player isn't doing fucking DHC? Is that what
TAC infinites. They're doing all the TAC
Yeah, that's
TAC,
it.
stuff.
They're like
yeah.
no beginner player is doing that shit.
I would just say like I don't want to say make the game like don't make the game like have every character be played the exact same like Dragon Ball was for so long, but I still think having something universal that you can take from one character to another while learning the game, I think that would help.
They already have that though in the
people can,
Magic series system. Every character has the same. Not every character. There's like 2 that don't, but most, if not all, characters have like magic.
I think something like that, but as like a system mechanic. But don't overly make it. But like, don't overly make it like too strong.
Don't
make the
so
game.
Everyone plays the same. Yeah.
And don't make the game all about that mechanic.
Yes.
Because then all the old people will not want to fucking play it.
No. Also, I got a question. You said before, they should have good learning tools. Could you elaborate on that? Like, what do you think are good learning tools?
Teach people actual fucking combos and not like these bullshit ones. Like, I think, unironically, actually get pro players in, figure out your game, and like teach them like the basic fucking fundamentals on how to play the character or how to play the game.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest problem with fighting games. It's not how difficult shit's gonna do. Bro, anyone can do a pretzel input if they really put their fucking mind to it. Look at Broly
Don't do what
legs.
SF5 did with all those fucking like advanced combos and shit,
Oh
which
my
is like
goodness.
use three bars of meter and like you use all your meter.
Like, I'm pretty sure
for a
Broly...
combo that does like 40%, like 35%.
Like, I'm pretty sure Broly legs said it once, like, if he can do something, then anyone can.
and that
it's
motherfucker's playing with his mouth.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not even... Like, it's just people need to... I think people just need more of an aim to how to do something. Like, I think if you point people in the right direction, but still give them enough room to... Because I think the true joy of learning a fighting game or playing fighting games is figuring out something, applying it, and then you go, oh, after this situation, I could do X, Y, Z.
Yes,
or, that's where fighting games get fun.
It gets the ball rolling.
That's when you realize, oh shit, I'm actually good. I'm thinking about all these situations and stuff. Because that's what I did for Dragon Ball. That's how I grinded for Worlds. I watched VODs. I broke it down. I looked at a decision they made and went, okay, what could have I done to get out of that? And what did they do? And like, what are their possible responses? That's when fighting games get fun. And at that top level, it's that split-second decision-making of recognizing it and applying it. That's when fighting games get good. And that's when they're fun. Because then when you realize, despite the YouTube commenters saying, oh, that's not actually that hype. Like, it's recognizing that shit and doing it in a tournament with nerves. Because I also don't think people understand the tournament nerves and how big it is.
They're big. They're huge.
Like, I don't
and then
think...
there's stream nerves on top of that, which is like another level.
I don't think people recognize how, like... It's not even a talent, but how different people play.
Yeah,
and that's
absolutely.
why people, like... Because you can have all the knowledge in the world. If you're not confident to applying it, you're fucked.
It's like Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth or something.
True.
It's like, I see, just going off what you said about tournament nerves, stream nerves, like Barry said, when I was watching Evo from Marvel, I saw a bunch of players and like, not like top players, people, you know, who, like, they knew how to play Marvel, but they're not like Jabril, you know what I mean? They're not Humzoid. So they signed up, and they're just, and you know, they're just playing like some random team, they're having fun, everyone's in chat, like, oh, it wasn't optimal, they dropped this, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, if you were up there, you would have dropped it too.
Bro, you would have bro, you wouldn't even got to the stage. You're already shitting yourself in pools.
Yeah, you would have been on you would have been on stream or whatever, yeah.
As my Lord and Savior, Hook Gang God said, where's your top 32, little bro?
Yes, exactly.
My dog can get top 32.
Where's your medal? Where's your prize money?
Bro, where's your 04 at Worlds, bro?
Yeah.
Going 04 is better than going 00.
Exactly.
Because you didn't even get the fucking chance.
Exactly. That's cold.
Bro, don't, like, and like, that's
This
the thing.
man said he wasn't going to call anyone out.
He is cooking.
He's on a fucking warpath.
Bless Novix.
It's because it comes from a world of truth, bro.
It does.
I know that, bro, it's like, and that's when I get mad at people when they're like, oh, why didn't you do that? It's like, bro,
Shout out Esther.
You do it. No, Esther's a funny man. I love him.
He kept saying it.
Shout
He kept saying it to me in action.
The keyboard king himself.
Yeah, shout out Esther. He kept saying it to me in action. I was playing Dante, and he's like, "Why didn't you do that?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't need to. I still beat you."
Yeah, dude, that is literally talking to like, I'm not gonna call out any names, but that's talking to a select people in the FTC. It's like, dude, why'd you pick
so
paper?
now he's trying to be subtle.
Dude, why'd you pick paper? You know, it was like, oh well, I thought you were gonna pick rock, so I picked paper. You know, if I picked scissors, I would have beat you picking paper. It's like, yeah.
You know, I would have beat you
fucking
either way
didn't.
if I punched you in the balls.
It's like,
never
alright, then
ends.
do it, bro. Do
Exactly.
it.
Arc up. Yeah.
Yeah, and because if you do, then you're getting sent out the venue. Like, I win either way.
Exactly. Novix wins.
All it took was a cock punch.
He did
Oh,
the Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport. He does a split and punches the dude in the balls.
Oh shit!
And dubs, at the end of the day, a dub's a dub. You know,
Exactly. A dub is a dub.
we take those.
A dub is a dub, and a swollen ball sack is a swollen ball sack.
Testicular torsion is testicular torsion.
As long as it helped with the dub, bro. It's
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit! If that's not a good way to send off, I don't know what the fuck is.
We didn't even
So,
talk about the topic of Zoomers, but that's fine.
We did talk about the
No,
topic.
a little
of
bit, a
Zoomers.
little
That was
bit, a
the
little
whole-
bit.
That was the whole fucking. How have you
Kinda.
been paying attention?
I have,
Ladies and
but
gentlemen,
I'll be honest with you. I zoned out at one point. That's why
I am
stopped
working
speaking.
with a complete fucking idiot.
Honestly,
Jesus
you
Christ.
chose me out of everyone to pick, so it's your fault, old man.
Because I like
you made
your
bed
company
now
and
lie
I
in it.
value you as a person.
I feel the
God,
same way
that
towards
fucking-
you
I
necrophile.
feel you fuck you,
God.
you piece of shit.
Calm down, you boomer, necrophile.
Okay, I will. I'll go take
Alright.
my old man pills.
Do it.
You
Put your
fucking
walking cane
trunky.
down. Put your cane down. Have a nap.
I'll put my cane down after I put you down.
Jesus!
Alright, calm down. Run the set, Barry. Run the set.
Okay, pick a game I'm
No,
good in
we,
and you're
no,
not. and I'll do
Novix
it.
picks the game and we first to fight.
No, because
I
he'll
can play
pick
Favorite.
Marvel.
No, I'm picking Dragon Ball, but you fuckers don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
I'll
with that
fuck
game.
you up then, Con. I'll
No,
fucking win.
Well, I don't know how to play that game, but you
Exactly, that's why I'll fucking
But,
win.
Mar-
Well, I'll
My
figure
dick.
it out.
can't you play Marvel? You play Marvel.
Yeah.
You'll
No.
be fine. You'll be fine.
Alright, thank you,
No.
Novix. I trust you. I trust you, Novix. I'll figure it out.
No!
I got the dog in me. But anyway, yeah.
Shit, thank you very much, Novix, for
Yeah, thank
coming
you,
to
Novix.
hang out with us.
It was great, man. Thank you.
Do you have
No
any
problem.
send-offs, any shout-outs?
Anyone you want to call out again?
I think I've picked enough fights today.
He's burned enough bridges, guys.
Yeah.
Nobody's
I don't
gonna
know.
be like my experience with Novix for longer.
Dude, I'm ready for it. If anyone's gonna take me down, please let it be Nobi. I will not accept it until Nobi makes the twit longer. And I want Nobi to expose every single time I went into his DMs and went, dude, I don't think my top tier character can do it. And he's like, really, bitch? Are you fucking serious with me? He's been playing Frieza for like fucking 5 years, who's been bottom tier for 90% of the
Yeah.
time, and you're telling me, Novix, that your top tier can't do it? Shut the fuck up. if anyone's gonna cancel me, I want it to be Novi, and I will not accept it if it's anyone else.
Jesus Christ.
But I mean, like, I don't know. Follow me on Twitter, I guess. Novix AU. That's where my shenanigans are. I'm gonna try and stream some more.
Ooh.
Make sure you follow
Novix.
Novix on Twitch over at twitch.tv/Carnage5.
Please do.
Yeah, I'll make a cameo eventually.
How are you?
But
I'll
yeah,
get
you
on
can-
for
you
a
can-
Marvel first to 10 Novix.
Yeah, I still need to do that. But yeah, you can find me anywhere, but just by doing Novix AU, you'll find me eventually. I don't think it's that hard to really figure out if you're like following me or not. I'm a pretty distinct character. More people know me than I know them, and it's really awkward because I go to events and they're like, "Oh, hey Novix," and I'm like, "Hey." It's like, "Oh yeah, don't you remember me?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna be real. No, I fucking don't."
Damn,
I do not
suffering
remember
from
you.
success. You're celebrity.
Dude, it is. Dude, I hate it. Sometimes.
Motherfucking internet celebrity.
Panda Global
Some-
Novix,
dude.
sell out.
Dude, look, all I'm saying, Dr. Allen, Perry, give me the money. Look, all I'm
Let the
saying,
young
I
man
wouldn't,
collect the bag.
I wouldn't,
Let him cook.
I wouldn't mind Dr. Allen being like, you're all right. I'm like, I might be the reason Smash dies, but hey, at least I got 50 quid in my pocket. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Brilliant.
J Dizzle, I'm sorry, bro, but I really needed another MBCI collector's edition. I needed
eggs,
more.
yeah,
Needed the eggs.
I need more eggs. All right,
Easter.
I was running low, bro. I couldn't make any more bacon and eggs.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Well,
Alrighty.
that's going to do us for tonight. So thank you very much for
you,
tuning in,
Novix.
coming to hang out with us.
Yep.
Thank you to Novix. Thank you, Khan. It's always a fun time here.
Yep, on the Bahnyard.
We love the bands. We were having a good
The
time.
bands are
It's
great.
good
We
shit.
may threaten each
We hope
other,
you
but it's
all-
all in the name of good fun.
We all hope you're having a good time too. We will see you next time.
Yes.
And until then, we've been the Bahnyard. You've been beautiful. Now do me a solid and get the fuck out of my house. Good night.
You've been listening to the Bahnyard. We'll see you next time for another installment of the hottest mess this side of the ANZ FGC. Until next time, stay gnarly.